balanced, just as all things should be.
What is up, Laggin Out Legion? I almost caught him dancing. Yes! Feels like Friday was just yesterday, but we are back again. We're here. We're not queer, but get used to it.
Maybe we are.
Laggin Out Live.
Yo.
Maybe.
Excuse me.
Please welcome Blacklight Oni. Hero the IT guy. The only host that runs at 60 frames a second. Please welcome Soda Pop.
What up?
And of course, I have product in my hair. I'm the Chieftain.
Read the
Actually
blog.
staying in spot. We were talking about hair care because I suck at it, and Oni gave me some great pointers as she usually does.
Hey, we
With
got to
that
restuff
stuff.
from soda.
I need to retire that shit.
Yeah,
30 months. Holy crap.
30 months, man.
What am I doing?
2 kids and 2 more on the way. And 3 kids, sorry, 3 kids in 3 months, and then another one it would be.
Soda
Yeah.
wouldn't know what to do with himself.
Fuck no.
Yeah. Wow.
One was enough.
I just want to start off with saying it's like, Oni doesn't know this, but she's had a really great week on social media. She doesn't know it, but she definitely had a great week. I just want to tell her on the live, you're huge. It just keeps on resurging back. But the video of you saying I'm not signing any titties and yelling at Hero, like turn the fuck around, turn the fuck around. We were talking.
I'm pretty sure it's the expression his wife made when she heard that.
Yeah.
Just to,
Oh, yeah.
just to double check that really happened. No, I'm pretty sure that is the moment.
No,
Well,
she
you
was
yelling,
confused.
I don't sign titties is a great way to start the video to capture somebody's attention, and then that was a great like cleanup hit where you like her reaction was perfect for the ending. So it was kind of a combination of the two. So great job.
Why would
Awesome.
you do that and not include the link? Hold on.
Yeah, those shorts are fucking destroying. And also, I brought back because I forgot the last 3 weeks. But if Ezreal's here, he's gonna set the tip amount for me to do shots. So I brought it here.
What happened?
Only 3. I'm gonna do 3 at most. So I don't know how much.
Plus her clothes. I think
How much it's gonna cost, but if Ezreal's here, he's gonna set the time. He's
Might
gonna set
cost
the
your
video amount.
dignity. Just-
Yeah.
What's that?
washing something. And it, or
Uh-oh,
not.
he's getting coached. Let's see if we can listen in. Oh, he's muted. We want to know what's going on.
Sure do, but sure. I want you to go to Home Depot. I don't want to look. I just,
Not doing shit. So,
why?
Nah.
Why?
I don't already like.
Somebody killed my dog.
I will kill them all.
Somebody killed my dog. Anyway, congratulations to
Hey.
our winner of the Netflix giveaway last week,
Sweet.
Mojo. Mojo won it, so congratulations to her.
So,
She gets a free year of Netflix. Yay!
Change all the stuff. Get your money's worth.
There's a Smash Brothers tournament in my town this weekend. Wow, that's cool.
Hmm.
So enjoy
Yeah.
your Netflix, and I might suggest watch The Crown. Binge watch it. Great show. Not something you think Chieftain would watch, but it is a great show. And how's my audio? I heard I was very loud on the last live. Like I was like 2 decibels higher than everybody else.
That's normal.
So I turned it down to make sure I am not as annoying as I was last week, if that is possible. But yeah. What do you have to say, Harley?
How you doing, Mr. J?
excuse
Is
me.
this for your little stream? Okay. Attention! And that means you in the back. The preceding content is intended for mature audiences only. Opinions and views expressed on this live are not necessarily those of Laggin Out Entertainment, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, or any of its sponsors or advertisers. That means we ain't liable. If you're under 18, get the fuck out. I
Yeet.
wonder where that B man is.
They call me the O man.
Why?
Attention, attention, darlings. Thank you. The proceeding-
Oh yeah,
For being optimistic?
I'm Mr. Optimistic. So how do you support your streamer friends? Well, you're doing it right now, believe it or not. Friends, you are doing it right now in the live. You can give a shout out, follow the stream, tell a friend, engage with their posts, or root for them. We appreciate that. Do not scan that that code on the bottom. It does nothing. But we did find a QR code for our
I thought you
PayPal,
were
but that wasn't
gonna make it go to my OnlyFans.
Yes. Your OnlyFans, old man salty balls.
Come support me.
Like a jockstrap.
Trying to get enough to open our studio. So
Yes,
we need a
yes,
lot of
every little bit counts. Except when I'm trying to buy a card and it doesn't work too well. But yeah, thank you to our boosters.
Boosters.
Hey,
What
there's
the
a lot
fuck?
of boosters here.
Oh,
Soda
no.
Pop is one of our boosters.
My booster.
He's like a support bra. He's very good. He's very supportive.
Just had it.
Hypernova, The Mariner, Ezreal, Stormwolf Song, Prophet, and Tyrion Death. They're good people. They're good people. You want to follow them. They're good. They're good. They're amazing. They're the greatest people ever.
Still need that last one. So stop driving me nuts.
The asymmetry is driving you crazy.
The flex does nothing, Gazoo.
What's the flex? Oh, flex on him does nothing. It just erases all your points. So hit it twice. But if you want to check out the Mariner,
Wow.
he's wicked fair. The Mariner in that soda era, they're on Thursdays playing Baldur's Gate, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I don't know what that is Mountain. I think you got to take away to it's 5:30 Mountain Time, 6:30 Central. They're pretty fun. And the Mariner's character has green hair and a handlebar mustache.
Terrifying.
And it's the height of a little person.
He's a moss head.
The Mariner. Don't put him on your sauce. He's not marinara. He's the Mariner. That's my Kennedy impression. But you know what the
Biden
good thing
adjacent.
is about having a very well-versed and smart staff? They come up with great trivia questions. And this one
Oh yeah, I did
is a
that one
great
today.
one. So
Brought to
keep
you
this in
by
mind.
soda.
And you, yeah. And let's keep in mind, let's try not to cheat. Try not to cheat. Have fun with it. Try to guess. Because let's pretend the internet does not exist here, and let's see which one is the correct answer today. So, what is the highest level a player can reach in Pac-Man? 64,
Ahead.
99, or 256? Go ahead and reset your box. Great question. That's a good one. I didn't even know. I thought it just went on forever.
Nope.
That's crazy.
I have a vote, but my opinion would probably possibly bias the chat, so I won't do that yet.
Okay.
I got the question, so I already know the answer. Wow, look at him handsome motherfucker.
Wow. That's crazy. We'll wait for Oni to get back here. So you can hear guys in the background, but you can see my lovely face for about a couple of minutes. So it's okay. So I'm going to be like talking you through our topic. So our first topic is going to be my former employer, RoosterTeeth. And there is some sad news here. Unfortunately.
Indeed.
Right. And depending on if you think it's bad or good news, that's up to everybody in the chat. But if Mr. Hero wants to set it up, he can do that.
Let me get back to the screen on my side here.
Okay, sir. Let me.
So, 21 years of Rooster Teeth. That's not even their logo anymore, by the way.
No, they changed it. Yeah.
It was all an effort to try and stay alive longer.
Oh yeah.
It's sad news because despite the last 10 or so years of them just not making good choices as a business, they brought a lot of good to the entertainment industry.
Oh yeah.
They were the beginning of video game parody, fan creations, all this stuff. And I mean, Red versus Blue, Ruby when it was good.
When it was good.
Yeah, got to be careful what we say because the Ruby stands are quite a toxic community, let me tell you.
I could imagine.
You don't have to imagine, sir.
I was there when they were creating it.
And I will say that despite the fact, well, it didn't start that way. I know it didn't. I mean, it was never something that I personally got into.
Right.
But they had a lot of stuff. Achievement Hunter, a bunch of Let's Plays. Like Rooster Teeth itself as a studio, when it started,
Freaky Friday.
was
Swap
awesome.
places. Oh.
It was wow. It was awesome. But it just slowly but surely as they, it started with them selling, like the original owners selling to a studio. And then the studio started making bad decisions, pushing a handful of the original staff out.
Yeah, like
and
Joel.
then
Yeah.
and then somehow that studio ended up being bought it ended up getting acquired in a package deal with another studio by Warner Media. And Warner Media, well, I guess they just didn't pay attention to Rooster Teeth at that point. And gradually over the years, more of the staff got, forced out. And eventually they were not the ones making the creative decisions. And thus, not only did it lose its soul, but lost the plot along the way.
It was a fun place to work.
I'm sure it was when you weren't dying on the floor.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to somebody who knows more about this topic than me, i.e. that guy.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, there was a lot of stuff going on at the end that I didn't know. But I did know Monty Oman. He was a workaholic. He actually created Ruby, and at the very beginning of this, like Red versus Blue, huge. They kind of put Machinima on the map or made it more a cult classic. They did lots of stuff. Even they had their own conventions, guys. They had it was called RTX, and they do it every year in Austin, and they would like fill up the Austin Convention Center, and which is not a small place to fill up. It's a pretty decent.
Past year.
What's that?
It got canceled this past year, which was a bad sign.
Yeah. I remember like we were like in the middle of production, like, no, you had to go in there and help. I'm like, I'm right in the middle of like episode 10 and it's due like in 3 hours. I can't go. But yeah, like they do crazy stuff like are you like they look at me at 7 o'clock and they're looking at me funny. I'm like, it's 7 p.m. at night. I've been here since 8. Fuck you, I'm leaving. So but yeah, like if you look on Glassdoor, some people had mental health issues with that stuff, but because they would like work people to death, or past their prime, but past their pushing point. But the work was good. But I remember, I can't remember his name. I can see his face. He's very introverted, so he couldn't deal with the success, not deal with the success, but but he was a super nice guy. He was one of the original creators and super nice. And I wish all the people there the best. The content creators. I don't think they're gonna like. I know Oni knows of Michael. Rage Quit. Yeah, and he's from Jersey. And believe it or not, he was one of the nicest guys there. Even though his persona is, I'm going to be mad all the time, kind of like mine. I actually told Michael one time, I'm like, you know, you stole my whole internet persona. He's like, what? He's like, I'm supposed to be the mad guy from like the Northeast. You totally fucking stole it from me. He started laughing. I was like, I'm sorry. I'm like, I'm just joking, dude. But like everybody was so friendly there. So I don't know what happened on the higher ups. I can't really speak. I was in the pit all the time, meaning the creative area. So I don't know. But I wish everybody there well. So, but yeah, Oni.
I kind of, in a way, with the internet landscape I grew up with, I guess in a way you could say I grew up with Rooster Teeth. Not because of Red versus Blue, but because of some of their animated shorts that they started doing. Obviously, I was a huge fan of Rage Quit. I was an angry teen, as if anyone could possibly imagine that.
Shocker.
But also because it's relatable. You know, at the time, everyone was seeing all the pretty and happy gaming walkthroughs, and then it's like, yeah, but not all gameplay is going to be like that. So it was very down to earth. Badger was a huge fan of Ruby when it first came out and was crushed when Monty Ohm passed away so suddenly. I actually started I didn't come back to Rooster Teeth per se. I found out they started doing their own live Let's Play show kind of thing with Tales from the Stinky Dragon, which is basically Gus is the dungeon master, and a group of folks kind of just run around being absolutely buck wild. And some of them were animated videos, but most of them are puppetry, and they have behind the scenes videos of that. So I hope they find a way to transfer that show somehow, some way. I don't know if that means they're going to go completely independent. I don't know if that means that they are going to get bought by somebody else. I just looked up the Reddit for Tales of the Stinky Dragon because I didn't know how tied to Rooster Teeth that they were. I thought maybe they had kind of distanced themselves. Apparently they are not. I haven't seen any posts to say what's going to happen, but there is a master post that says, apparently, I don't know if this was said while my computer was restarting, the employees found out at about the same time that the public did.
Oh, wow.
While that
That's fucked
sounds
up.
pretty
That's crazy,
shitty,
dude.
it's also sounds about as corporate as a giant conglomerate like Warner Brothers is. Well,
Oh no,
Warner.
definitely. But the thing is that I don't care how big a company you are. I don't care how small a company you are. I don't care about any of that shit. That's unprofessional as fuck.
It is.
It basically makes sure you put everybody else in the back foot, which actually just makes you look even worse, in my opinion.
Oh,
So
no doubt.
the fact that
But that order, I guarantee you that order for shutting down Rooster Teeth came down months and months and months ago.
But they are waiting to the very last minute and have no idea how to distribute assets, no idea how to.
That would be the leadership at Rooster Teeth's fault for not distributing that information when they should have.
But that's the thing. What if they didn't know? I have so little faith in certain, I'm not going to call leadership, management positions, because a true leader wouldn't fucking do that.
Oh, no.
That's like sending an email saying, oh, so-and-so is going to get fired because of their political views. And then you CC'd that person you were talking about. That's about the same level.
Hi, Kathleen.
Right.
So I am so sorry that
Kathleen
amidst the tech layoffs, amidst the gaming layoffs, Rooster Teeth is now on the chopping block and has been sent to slaughter with the rest of Warner Bros. Poor decisions or great choices, and then they just fucked it into hell. I really do hope that they find a way to keep as many people employed reasonably as possible, and that those who can or want to can find new employment elsewhere safely. The fact that they got fucked over this badly is an embarrassment. Warner Brothers should be embarrassed, but they won't be because they have zero shame.
They don't care.
I do think it's very possible the Stinky Dragon podcast, unless Warner Bros. Wants to maintain the rights and the names to all properties, and I fucking hope they don't.
A little
Stinky
bit about
Dragon
that.
podcast could possibly make it on Spotify and YouTube. They have a lot of viewers. Even their Instagram has a lot of viewers. So a lot of fun.
So about that,
Jeff, Bernie, and Gus, if you guys want to call me, you can message us at lagginout@gmail.com. If you wanted to kind of merge and make a bigger conglomerate and bigger than better than Rooster Teeth, message me at lagginout@gmail.com. That's all I have to say.
a little bit about that. The
I clipped it so I
podcast
can send it to
networks
me.
are the only Rooster Teeth properties that are sticking around. And the information that I was digging up on it,
It's on Netflix
that they
too.
are shopping around the podcast network. Like they got a little bit of everything in their podcast network, even like cooking, obviously, you know, the Stinky Dragon and a couple other things. I think they're trying to shop it around to sell the whole network to somebody.
Yeah.
But
Soda?
yeah, that's that.
Less competition for us. Anyway, Soda.
I don't have a lot on this. Like I said, I wouldn't even have known who Rooster Teeth was if it wasn't for this group right here. So,
Yeah. I can
like-
I can sign your titty.
I mean, if you
That's where I
want,
signed it during an RTX.
What, he's got a mono boob? What the fuck?
you can
I said
sign
sign
my.
a titty as in
Oh, I
not
thought
both
you
of
meant
them.
my titties.
Yes.
Wait,
yours.
okay, yeah, that's fine. We can do that on stream. One
Well, I mean, if you ask modern game designers, yeah, all women have mono boobs.
Hey, whoa, stop.
Oh my god.
I don't know if this is news to people.
Yeah.
You are aware that different types of undergarments exist, right?
I am aware, and I'm also aware of what, you know, was and what currently is.
As long as
And
it's not
with all
Gymshark,
due
I'm good.
respect, point to me a show that doesn't use a lot of the same body types for women, let alone men. I
Mhm.
fucking dare you. That's a very common practice. People bitching about mono boob, I think, is so fucking stupid.
Come at me, I fucking dare you.
It's a sports bra. What do you fucking do? Oh, well, I want to be able to see each individual titty. Go
No.
to Pornhub.
Right?
Look at every anime. Fairy Tale. And I'm not saying this to pick on anybody, okay?
Emotional damage.
One Piece,
Oh, Hancock.
Naruto. Hang on, looking at my wall of books. Dragon Ball. A lot of women, it's because it's just the simple style. Okay? That's so fucking common. And you know what? Different bras came into style at different times. The quintessential 1940s and 50s, sometimes they were called like
Titty talk, Lagging Out
the-
Live.
like they look like missiles essentially, super pointy. That
Yeah.
was the thing. If you're gonna do costuming, you have to get the undergarments right too. It will
Madonna
change
thing.
the shape of everything.
The bullet bras, they're called. Right?
Mojo, I will say it probably depends on what you're wearing. And unfortunately, that
That's what
means we
me.
gotta shell out more money than some others, which is tragic but unfortunate. I could send
That's why
you
Steve
a link.
Rogers went back in time. It was all about the bullet bras. So,
But that's the thing.
Understand.
The what? The what bras?
bullet bras.
That's
No,
they're
that's what I was
called.
talking about, the 1940s
yeah.
and 50s.
Mhm.
And then other ones, it was about flattening. Some of them was about push-up bra. By the way,
Yeah.
contour. Don't worry about the push-up bra. Just contour, okay?
Used to be in the 80s, push-up bras were kind of frowned upon. Like only sluts wore them. That's what was the whole mantra was when the 80s and early 90s were around. When I was in high school, you heard that all the time. It's just the way
So,
that's the way they
I
thought back then.
understand Mojo's gripe and complaint. You know, being married to a woman that has
what?
has great assets. I understand the cost of quality bras. I understand the cost of proper bras that properly separate. I also understand the absolute pain my wife went through trying to find the right size, one, and two, trying to find a good sports bra that could contain the girls.
Why aren't they boys?
Just them to be in your underwears.
Okay.
They're
Yeah,
not
generally-
boys because they're not
Sorry.
boys because I don't touch boys.
It's a coin. It's a coin purse.
Hell no. I have touched money from someone's bra. I wanted to cut my fucking arms off.
That's
It's
so
fucking
gross.
gross.
It's
Your
gross.
bra is not a fucking pocket. If
Thank
it's a
you.
pocket, it's a pocket for your boobs. That's it. You should not be reaching in there, grabbing something, and handing it to anybody unless it's a baby. That's
I know many women who disagree with you.
unhygienic.
Yeah. In
I
certain,
would-
in certain communities, they do that. Let's just keep it at that. But
I'm
go ahead,
sure they
Oni.
do. But in a kitchen, it's unhygienic, okay?
Why would no? Never mind. I'm not going there. That's like absolute degenerate idiocy right there. No, not in a kitchen.
Yeah, it's gross.
Like, if I'm touching food and touching money, fuck no.
It's
No,
gross as
absolutely fucking
macaroni
not.
and cheese and
I
hot dogs.
What is wrong with that?
Thank you, Ezreal.
Hey, the
Cruz is a
Ezreal.
bird. Ezreal, now that you're here, we're talking about titties, but other than that, you said that our the shots, the shot biddies that we're doing were less expensive. So I have my Patron right here, and you're gonna set the biddy price because you said it was too low, and it doesn't even cover the cost of the alcohol. So tonight, you're gonna set the biddy price for me to do a shot. So think of a biddy number and then throw it in the chat, and that's going to be the official price of me doing a shot tonight.
Sweet.
No, I like the rant. That rant was funny.
Yeah, that was great.
It's titty talk. It's fine. I'm okay.
Thank
Anytime
you,
we can
everybody.
get
This has
Odie
been
to
my
talk
tit
about
talk.
breasts. It's like that's like the holy grail right there. So but yeah.
All right.
Ezreal,
Hey,
subscribe
by the
if you
way,
want.
everybody, we are on Twitch, YouTube, Laggin Out, Kick, and yeah, that's in Rumble. So
Right.
please
Check us out.
like, comment, subscribe, follow, all
Tell a friend.
freaking everything. Tell your friends. Bring more people. We love you people. You are
We
our
love people. You guys are amazing. And we're starting to get more popular, and we don't want to forget the little people that made it possible. Yeah, it was 500 before. Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Was the last price 100 bits for there?
No, it
I
was
think it
500.
was. Soda suggests 500, but as
No,
it
it
comes up
was
with-
500.
Oh,
it
it
was
was 500.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
500.
okay.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you for
and we
joining me.
appreciate that, Ezreal. Like Ezreal, and then like I think Rogue Raven, like when she gets everything together, as her job is like working her to the bone. I think she should be a booker, and just have us get. Please get Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman for us, please. I'm gonna say it every live.
And
until
Tiny
they
Tina.
go. Tiny Tina? No, Tiny Tina.
No, the voice actor. We don't know about
okay.
the
We're
we
gonna get Ezreal Miller for you, Flash.
no, fuck you. That dude would be creeping. Ezra Miller is fucking idiot.
Sure would. He'd be the person
right.
we'd have to throw out of the community like the last guy.
Oh.
There is a
Ethan's
story.
liver. My liver's the only thing that's working correctly. Yeah, so 500 bits tonight, and I will do a shot of Patron. I'm gonna see how I feel after 3, if I get the 3 tonight. But
Yeah, get him drunk.
yeah, I'm not gonna get drunk. I had like pizza for
Oh.
dinner, so that's what she said.
Count
Right.
zero, does he?
Okay, I guess he did it. I can't say no after he did it.
Well, then I'm gonna do like 2,000 and you
Hey, whoa,
fucking
whoa.
go-
Let's keep him alive, brother. Gotta keep
still
him
gotta
alive.
produce. I still gotta produce the fucking show, so give me a break.
Yeah,
All right, so we're talking about next up is Nintendo topic. Nintendo forces.
Oh
Uzu?
Jesus! I already triggered that.
Yeah.
I have it on the I have it on the hardest hype train. How did we get a hype train so early?
Because I freaking dumped 500 in one
Yeah.
shot.
We also had at least 2 to 3 resubscribes.
Okay, there's that. Well, it's only got a minute before the hype train passes, so. Anyways, so I'll go ahead and keep
All right, I
this
took the
one off
shot.
and then
Everyone
get
saw that,
this-
right?
Yeah, you're good to go. All right.
Smooth.
So this story is the ever so litigious Nintendo. However, in my humble opinion, this was justified. So they shut down, well, they sued Yuzu. Yuzu was an emulation company that, well,
Right.
a company that produced 2 different emulators. One was a Switch emulator, and the other was a 3DS emulator. Now, the 3DS emulator was a little bit more criminal, in my opinion, because 3DS's store has shut down. So I'm all about preserving historical electronic data, like video games, because once that shit's gone, for the most part, or for some, high amounts of possibility, those games are gone. But Nintendo sued Yuzu, and Yuzu, well, they brought receipts.
Uh-oh.
They brought the receipts. The producers, the corporate owners, Yuzu, were caught red-handed, 4K, however we want to describe it. They were
60 frames a
using
second.
their profits alongside their tech to pirate intellectual data.
So it was just straight up pirating then, and then they got called out for it, and they were sued.
Effectively, and
Okay.
they settled out
Right,
of
Ezra?
they that's what I just said, Mr. Chaos. Thank you. But they settled out of court. They were to pay the aggrieved party several millions of dollars and shut down. That was the settlement. They had to shut down their stuff. And it wasn't just shut down your stuff and, oh, that stuff's still running around the internet. It was shut down that stuff, make sure all the repositories are gone. There is no trace of it left, which is very possible with today's technology, because we all know that there is a saying that the internet is forever. Well, in this case, not so much.
I would have just changed, like, moved places, changed the name, and then started doing it again, just to
I
be.
mean, that's what Pirate Bay does.
Right.
Yeah,
that's true. They're only open a couple
true.
of days a week, and then they do that, right? I'm on the legit end of that now. So.
Let's also remember Japan. When Japan deals with criminals, they tend to deal with them quite harshly, whether
Yeah.
it's for a minor infraction or a major infraction.
Oh yeah.
So the fact that Nintendo took them to court and they settled out of court probably means Nintendo was at least satisfied with the result instead of dragging them behind a truck in a dark country road. The thing is that Nintendo was absolutely within their rights, because especially quite publicly, someone is saying, hey, use this pirating software, don't give them your money, that is directly infringing on one's ability to make money.
Exactly.
We're actively stealing.
Also known as.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm interrupting. Also known as tortious interference. Go
on.
Like when someone says gaming entertainment and totally steals it from us.
Whoa.
But go ahead.
Sorry, I'm trying to remember where I was.
You were, I think you were referencing Kotaku and their absolute brainlet move of.
I was, but then I moved on from that because I already basically implied that. Then you're stealing their proprietary information to use to make your emulator. You're not rebuilding anything. You are directly taking from them. And you thought you would get away with that? Emulating, recreating old code, keeping something that's super duper old and making copies of that, that's one thing in my opinion. Actively going to them and stealing from them is another. And you could say, yeah, well, they're a big company, they can handle it.
What's up, Mariner?
Welcome back, Mariner.
Please look at big cities where big retailers are leaving, which means a lot of people are out of work. Same
Yeah.
shit, different day. Just because you can't see the fucking consequences doesn't mean there aren't any. Especially when you keep saying, we need to give people money so they can do what they love. What about them? Do you get to make the rules here? So yeah, they were absolutely within their right to do so. They were absolutely. I understand people want their old games. I understand. I fucking know. I do. I really do.
I own one of those emulators, by the way.
My thing is,
I don't. My nephews do.
you can't do it this way because it's hurting people. And certainly, if you're going to do something of questionable legality, rule number one is don't fucking advertise it. Fucking brainless assholes. Holy shit. So, yeah, if you're going to do something stupid, do it quietly so you can hide your shame.
Your stupidity.
And again, there are
Wear a
plenty of other
mask.
piracy places that have been doing it for years that we still can't catch. And now with the use of, and I'm saying this as a fact, not because I think poorly of this, with the use of VPNs, anyone can do so. VPNs are not moral. They are just a thing. I'm okay with VPNs. I'm not okay with people stealing shit, especially if that shit were mine. So I feel I understand people are upset, but there are plenty of probably better emulators you can choose to play your Nintendo games
Right.
that didn't steal and piss on Nintendo. And then Nintendo,
Mhm.
tore them up. And you know what? Maybe if they were handled properly, Nintendo would have gone, hey, you know what? Maybe we'll do a special legacy collection of some of our older games. Maybe we'll do that. This doesn't give them incentive to do so.
I can honestly say, I think, and this is just my humble opinion on the matter, on how, a certain chain of events happen. I think that the finger got pointed soundly at Yuzu due to the fact that a certain news journalist publication, I say that with as much spite and venom as I can, vitriol, known as Kotaku, who got blacklisted by Nintendo.
Budaku is like the Bukaki of video games.
They really are. They're owned by the same news conglomerate, which is suffering, and they're slowly shutting down publications one by one. Vice was first. I called it, by the way.
I was
Anyways,
watching Vice the other day on TV.
Kotaku, they got blacklisted by Nintendo for telling people how to pirate Metroid Dread. And then when The Legends of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom came out, they proceeded to continue to tell people how to pirate Nintendo products for the Switch.
Yeah, you said that. It's fucked up, dude.
Yeah. And, then started shit talking Nintendo for not giving them early releases, which is
How do you do it?
Which is why they got blacklisted.
I mean, let's just say hypothetically. How would
Hypothetically,
you be able to do it?
I will not tell you.
All right, we'll just look it up on the dark web, right, Soda?
I won't tell
Our
you.
next stream is going to be
I
emulating
don't own a
Nintendo
Switch,
shit.
so I would not get an emulator for the Switch.
Yeah.
But either way, I think it has a lot to do with Kotaku's involvement, how they Yuzu got, the spotlight put on them. But that's just an opinion.
I thought Robbie Rotten died a long time ago.
No clue.
Anyways, that being said, Soda, your thoughts?
This was kind of, I don't know, because I'm not a big Nintendo fan, but and I am a big fan of emulators, but not for newer products. I don't know how new they're doing, but if you're talking about those games already, they seem pretty new. So, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of like Ezreal said, like a lot of PS1, PS2, they would be dead right now if it wasn't for emulators. We'd never get to play those games, some of us. So I know plenty of people who do it. I don't know anything about this one and, in general, but most of the other ones I do. I don't ever use emulators. I never really have, but I like watching people play some of the old nostalgia games on emulators because we would never see them any other way. So But I know this one, nah. I mean, if it's new and there's taking money, as Oni said, from somebody's pockets, then yeah, I don't agree with this one. So,
Oh. Chieftain.
Are there legal emulators out there? Because I know there's a lot of them on Amazon, and I think they're licensed by Nintendo or something. Because
I don't know about licensing, but to answer your question quickly, technically emulation is 100% legal if you already own the titles.
okay, so like they make these little they look like mini NESs, but they have about like 30 or 40 games inside of them. I know I got one for my nephews for Christmas. There's like Double Dribble and Tech Mobile and all these games in there, and that's considered an emulator, I guess.
I have the Nintendo version and the Super Nintendo version of that, and she's got the Genesis version. And
all right,
you are
so
correct, they are
those legal?
Those are licensed.
oh, right. Hey, that's cool.
Cool. So like we were playing those, so like I don't understand, like if there's other ones that are legal out there, these people are just looking for a shortcut to win. I think it's dumb. So yeah, they deserve what they get. I'm gonna be a vengeful prick, and I'm going to tell you how to get the games for free because they didn't get the games for free. Like, that's not good business. I mean, they kind of cut themselves. They cut their nose to spite their face with that stuff. They thought they're probably too big to fail, and guess what, motherfucker? You're not. So they got what they deserved, and not only is the company getting screwed, but those people that developed those games got screwed. So I have an issue with that.
Ezreal makes a good point.
And a lot of emulators were used in speedruns for randomizers. Randomized speedruns raised millions of dollars in charity to include Doctors Without Borders every year. Yeah, so there's always good. So it's kind of like the Robin Hood theory, right? Like that's what he's using here. So it's to steal from the rich to give to the poor. Hey, I'm already stealing from the rich and giving to the poor, so it's a good thing. But if you're doing something illegal and then doing something good with it, does it make that initial act good? No, it doesn't. So if they wanted to do that, there is a moral argument there to be made. That's out of my pay grade. That's all I'm going to say about that.
There is not emulators that are legal for the current generation of consoles. Usually the ones you were talking about, the actual products like the NES Mini, the Super NES Mini, those were licensed. Those are the exception, not the rule.
Okay. I don't think that mine's even Nintendo. I think it's I think the one that I got was, I think it was past its licensing, so it was public domain. So they put it into this little system that looked like a little mini NES because all the games are over 30 years old at this point. In the 80s, they're over 30 years old. So it's open domain unless they're pulling like a lobby thing like they did with Mickey Mouse and Disney, which I highly doubt they did. So as soon as their licensing was eroded, I think they did it like that. That's legal. That's completely legal.
100%.
But if it's something that's more recent and they're just saying, fuck you, I'm just going to... you're a big corporation and I hate you because I'm a blue-haired fucking baby killer. I don't know.
Whoa.
Sorry. But I don't know. Somebody who lives in a tent or something. No, that's not a good analogy either.
You're not doing well.
Not doing well, but one of these people...
What are you doing, State of the Union?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
well, he didn't talk about cookies yet.
All right.
Yeah, and I didn't talk about shrinkflation of my Snickers bar. So, but yeah, it's people that want to they make it a living of being offended and being oppressed. They just make it a habit. I'm waking up today, I'm going to be offended. These are the people that think this, like, oh, down with the man. Well, the man signs your paycheck, motherfucker.
There is a level of that I agree with, and there is a level of that I don't agree with.
I mean, you don't have to just agree with me 50%. I'm good, hero. But
look,
50%.
Look, stealing is wrong. But at the
Right.
same time,
Mhm.
hiding from taxes is wrong. So,
Well, I
Is it?
feel tax is theft.
They tax us too much.
I do pay
There.
my taxes. If any three-letter organization is watching this,
I mean, you
I do pay my taxes.
you
So
take
do
your
I.
Actually, I'm
money
waiting
when
for
you
fuckers to
work.
give me a refund. Been waiting like 3 weeks. Go
Take
ahead.
your money. Oh, they take our money when we work, when we buy things, when we do
Give us the fucking
anything.
money.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, the same dollar is taxed like 3 or 4
I
times.
like somebody came up with the idea like every time we pay money like for food, those taxes should be taken off our shit, you know.
Or IRS.
Yeah, it should be
Oh,
like in a
that'd be-
giant computer, like all the money we spent, you know. So they tax
Yeah,
the right people,
Right.
but we know that's never gonna happen. So
Right.
because nobody gives a shit about us scrubs.
Yeah.
I don't want no scrub. We're not going to pay you a lot, even though you're a college professor. You're not tenured, so you suck.
We're gonna
So,
create a union for the
You,
online teacher
All right.
union.
did we successfully kill this topic?
I
Yeah,
think so.
All right, let's move on. Necrophobia. I thought it was the fear of New York City.
Nyctophobia.
NYC.
Fear the dark.
Necrophobia. I'm scared of New York City.
I'm
I know there's
gonna-
probably a lot of people scared of New York City now.
Oh yeah. I'd be one of them. I don't ever want to
Same
fucking
here.
go there.
I have a high school reunion, bro, in July, and I'm not going because I don't want to fly into New York.
If I could just like go,
Nobody wants anything to do with New York right now.
just go take pictures and come like leave instantly. That would be-
Get stabbed by someone who's not supposed to be in this country. No, thank you. I'm good.
right?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, go to jail, then come right back out again and kill another
They're
person.
like,
on-
hey,
on
Jose,
alive.
go beat up the cops. Ah, si, senor.
Oh my God, that's so racist.
That's what happened.
They're not all from South America. Most of them are.
I mean, you're gonna give me $3,000 a month. I mean, like,
Right?
you give us
Oh yeah, and
hardworking
companies
people.
fire people who defend their lives against people trying to kill them in their stores.
Right? Borgadas. Or Borgadas if you're Jill Biden. Borgadas.
Oh my god.
It's Bordega, you
This
freaking-
country is safer than it's ever
troglodyte.
been since I became
Bodega?
president.
The safest I ever been. Have you seen Hero's background? Do you think he feels safe? He does now. He's got 10,000. He's like got the Contra armory behind him.
Right.
He's
I still need about 30 different more firearms to get to that point.
he's got the diamond plated gun from Call of Duty. He's good to go.
I haven't
So what-
prestiged that much
So
not since 20 years ago.
Oh, okay. So who has the fear of the dark?
Wow, you are so Brooklyn tonight.
I know what the fuck
Who's
is
the fear of the
going on.
dark? So
Anyways,
tired.
so I'm just gonna go ahead and oops, I just accidentally plugged that link. This game is on Steam, folks. And because I am biased, said nobody ever. Yeah, this game is based on the SCP lore. It is independently developed. It is an indie game. My
Sweet.
wife works with the developer that made this game, and she's also a voice actress for it. Anyways,
Nice.
plug.
Nice.
You gotta promote from within. So you gotta send love. If one of our friends is working on a game, a wife, a friend of a friend, we want to make sure they're successful. So that's how we're gonna plug it. Yes. She's very, very talented. She's very talented. She's amazing. And Hero definitely married up.
let's see. She knits, she sews, she crochets, she
Multiple
makes
talented.
wigs, she gardens,
Feeds people
she
up.
keeps me alive, she boxes,
She chokes people out.
fights in MMA. She raises my uncouth daughter.
Honorably discharged from the army.
That's right.
Yes, and
Right.
apparently also a voice actress.
Yes, very good.
And she transitioned from being a mechanic to being in IT. Go figure. I don't know if I had any influence on that.
Prince t-shirts. Oh wait.
Well, yeah, we did that
Yes,
one time
Kazoo.
and it did not end well.
Kazoo said you know the
t-shirt
developer.
thing is a curse for us.
Question mark.
What was that?
Yes, the developer of this game is my wife's coworker.
Nice. Is that me in the background?
So, I mean, we all get free
Potentially.
copies?
We get free. Can we review it online?
You can definitely review it online. It's only $20 on Steam. And
Yay! Can we get a free copy?
I'm not rich enough
review?
to make that happen.
Let's support our small developers. Let's pay them their dues.
Well, we could be making them a lot of money if we do a positive review.
Right.
Probably.
So
People watch
we're
the
doing
podcast.
a service.
Get one copy, we'll stream. Here we go.
Yeah. It's only $20.
Simple
I can
amount.
spend $20.
I don't know on our salary.
Well, what's this? What is this about? Yeah. Not when I'm about to buy a car.
So this particular game it takes place in a town that a SCP operative of a specific group, which I believe is the prisoner division.
Okay.
They are sent to a small town where a bunch of spooky occurrences are happening, and you're supposed to survive. You get sent there with a flashlight, and they say,
run, but you can't
"Have fun."
There's it's based on a true story because there is a town. It's supposed to be the most haunted town in America. Is that what it's based upon?
No, I wouldn't say
Savannah.
that. That's also
It's not Savannah.
Savannah, Georgia.
Savannah is haunted, but it's not the most haunted.
No, it's the most
town.
haunted. It's considered the most haunted town. Yeah.
For a little bit. I don't know if it still is.
They did a whole show on this one place that was really haunted. But yeah, go ahead.
But no, I don't know that it's an actual town that's haunted. It's just a bunch of supernatural occurrences. I think it features a specific SCP in the town that's basically, corrupting or attacking or made the town its domain. I just read the brief review, and that's basically the synopsis: is you're sent there as an operative with just a flashlight and the clothes on your back, and you're meant to survive.
Yeah. I will survive.
It sounds like the Astros.
Wow. We gotta go back fucking
October.
here again, right?
Dark and nothing there because they cheat.
And what are you gonna do this year when they lose? They got two of the best hitters in baseball.
What do you mean?
So no one judge.
Look,
they're gonna
Atlanta,
win.
Georgia is often ranked among the most haunted cities in the U.S. Historic homes, inns, and restaurants are rumored to house the spirits of former residents and visitors.
Well,
Number one tends to be Savannah.
yeah, exposure doesn't pay my bills. That is exactly true. In Mojo, I can completely understand. Horror is not my genre either. Not a big fan of it. Unfortunately, my wife is absolutely intrigued by it, so I get to go to sleep at night with plenty of YouTubers playing horror games.
That's what we can do. We can have Badger streaming.
Ooh.
She will.
Gettysburg, Pennsylvania is also one of the haunted. Savannah, Georgia is one. There's a lot of them. Apparently, there's a lot of people dying in a lot of different places. Haunted.
Who would have fucking thought?
I know, right? People die at the end of their lives.
Weird. I think it was like a frontier town or World War II. Not World War II, Civil War town. Faulkner
Well, it
House.
was.
Nope.
Wow, Oni, what the fuck?
I'll expose myself for money.
Wow.
We know you will.
There's a clip.
Yeah, it.
10,000 views right there. Pine Barrens, New Jersey. Savannah, Georgia.
Side note, Chieftain.
St. Augustine, that's north of me. That's like 20 minutes north of me.
Yeah.
Spend the night.
Conquistadors took over, but go ahead.
Lagging out with Chieftain. Spend the night in a haunted town.
For
Fuck
Chieftain
that,
/ Ezreal, we need to get you posting these clips on Rumble as well, because our Rumble connection to YouTube, the API is broken because YouTube's a bunch of, never mind, I can't say that.
Yeah, you can.
They blocked the entire show last week because Yeah.
Something.
No. WWE got all fucking pissy
That's
because
so
we didn't give them a
stupid.
good review, and they fucking copyright.
That one I could have legitimately fought and won, Chieftain.
No, you couldn't have because
Did you
couldn't
tell them to
fight
go
it.
look at
It did-
Steam? They've got literally thousands of negative reviews because they apparently all the people that pre-ordered the game when it came out, all the DLC got fucked up and it deleted their save files. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Let's talk
Yeah,
about that,
so-
WWE.
we only had to delete like 2 minutes of the show, which is me just going off on how the faces look like they're low poly, like first generation.
We gave
Tomb
some of
Raider.
them credit, so like
They were, yeah,
some of them were
they were
good, some of them were bad. I'll still say
Yeah,
that today.
exactly.
Like when I watch it on Twitch, some of them are good, some of them aren't.
It's like, oh, a junior artist did that. Oh, a senior artist did that one. You can tell. But it was mostly good, so I don't understand why they were getting all fucking pissy about it. But
Yeah,
that's one thing I won't do is ghost and haunted dolls. No haunted dolls from Nikki Crow.
Yeah,
Come on,
How she
Ezreal.
sleeps in the house with haunted dolls.
Actually,
Good
Ezreal,
deal.
you can schedule posts like
Hey, bro.
massively in advance.
What's up, Penguin?
What's
Hey,
up?
Penguin! Welcome to the Fuck Games. Are you ready to join us?
you missed the titty talk earlier. But yeah, 20. How many playing hours do you get in this game? Do you think? Do you know anything about that?
I don't know any of the details. I just told her send me the link. She's like, I'm a voice actress. I'm like, oh, cool. Send me the link.
Sweet.
Awesome. So big shout out to Hero's very talented other half on that.
Oh yeah.
Making a big deal on video games and stuff like that. Also check out Rogue Penguin on her streams as well.
Let's
She's very funny. She's taking some of these promo photos. They're getting better and better. Penguin's getting
I
brave.
agree. I see her.
Very funny.
I see her YouTube
The
stuff
clips.
every day.
The clips are good. Good clips.
All right, we gotta do this.
Yes.
I gotta
I don't
take.
know why Botrix is even working. I have it turned off there. Ah, Soda gave Penguin a gifted sub.
We got one more slacker in here.
One more slacker. So
Here we
as
go.
we're moving to Soda's 6-pack, which is the next thing, just a reminder of this week's trivia is sponsored by nobody, but if you do want to sponsor it, you can contact us on sponsorships. Go to laggingout@gmail.com, laggingout@gmail.com, and you can sponsor the trivia for a week or a month. We'll give you a special rate on the monthly rate. So what is the highest level a player can reach in Pac-Man?
Hey.
64. Hey, thank you so much for the biddies, Miss Penguin.
So if you do another 482 bits, Chieftain has to do a shot.
Sweet. Where? Oh yeah, I got it.
Patron.
Whoa,
No,
God.
no spicy food. No spicy drops. That was hilarious. So what is the highest level of what's the highest level a player can reach in Pac-Man? A64, B99, or C256? 99 is Aaron Judge's number, by the way.
Yeah.
I would. My vote's for Charlie.
Charlie?
Yes.
I'm gonna say B99.
I say that because I know that that's the Soda, since you're the one that wrote this, is this
Oh, you did the trivia? Oh,
I
okay,
did.
cool. Good job.
So are we talking about the limit break screen? I can't remember what it's called.
The kill screen?
Yes, the kill screen.
Yes. Should
We're
be.
talking about that? Oh, definitely 256.
I know Donkey Kong's got a kill screen. I didn't think Pac-Man did.
All of the old arcade cabinets had kill screens.
Okay.
No, we just talked about Billy Mitchell like a couple weeks ago. That's why I remember about
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I mean, he's been featured on the channel a number of times. I don't know that I'd ever want to interview him. He's kind of not a cool person.
Yeah, I don't.
His achievements are awesome, but
Even though he looks like be like Hero's relative.
He looks like a vampire or something.
I mean, he's got the same beard, the same hair.
Neferatu.
Um,
It's a cross between Hero, Neferatu, and John Wick.
talking
Yeah.
about Nosferatu.
Nosferatu, thank you.
Dang.
I don't remember. I didn't remember. I know it kind of sounded like that, and I know you're gonna call me on it. So, fuck it. He looks like a stretched out
Tyrion.
Tyrion. I don't know what that is.
Tyrion Lannister played Peter Dinklage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you.
That's
Game of
another.
Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Yeah. Game of Thrones. So, hey, Soda.
Yeah. So
Guess what?
what?
It's time for Soda Six Pack. Yay!
I have a
Oh.
6-pack.
Soda Six Pack.
You
Yep.
got the,
Oh.
does the button work yet?
No, unfortunately, it doesn't. Just kidding, it does.
Refreshing. Sexy. Bubbly. Soda 6-pack.
Soda Six Pack.
Bro, I love it. I just wish I could hear the audio. I don't get the audio.
Yeah, you should.
I could play it again after we're done if you wanted to hear the audio. Guys, just so you know, we don't hear the audio.
Yeah.
But
I know
you
what it
guys
says.
do.
Though.
Yeah. Thank you for the 20 bits, Penguin. Thank you so much. But yeah, we actually had voiceover talent on there. Maya actually did the voiceover for that, for the clip. So we'll see it in a little bit. So Soda Six Pack. I wanted to surprise you guys and say it wasn't done, but it actually was. I hope you liked it.
We did work on it a couple days. What, Thursday? I think Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday. So okay, let's talk about this.
Oh god.
Go for it, Soda.
Push the button.
Are we? Yeah, we playing that.
Okay.
Gary.
Oh God.
Gary.
Only Badger.
Looks like my dog in the middle.
All right,
Dog meat looks like my dog.
All right, guys. This week is gonna be pretty short, as you guys know. The Fallout Magic the Gathering set released. Actually, I think it officially came out today, Wednesday. But this is the only set that has sold out from my distributor. Believe it or not. I know Hero's gonna be like, "What the fuck?" But
I'm already like, what?
and I was strolling through, you know, as I do, look at the cards, and they really have great art. I don't care about the
The
monetary.
guy looks like Stitch on the right.
Yeah, the monetary value. I've not seen anything super crazy like the One Ring, but as far as the artwork is really freaking good. And that's basically what we're talking about. So I'll send Hero a box. No, I'm just kidding.
Look, I would take a box because it's magic. I can't turn that down, but I'm not going out of my way to buy new shit.
Aubrey's card is actually pretty expensive. He's one of the expensive ones. So even non-foil, he was about $75. A lot of the bobbleheads were, you know, in the 150 range, but most of the commons were $1, you know, for $4, like normal magic cards are. So yeah, but it's the artwork is freaking amazing, I think. But
Yeah, it looks good.
Looks really good.
Although I will say that the guy on the far left of our screen here does look like
what would the set
Bobby from
cost?
Cheap.
I was gonna say Oni actually said that during
yeah,
the
she,
meeting. Like,
she did. I'm not gonna take credit from her on that one.
yeah,
I could not unsee it once she said it.
Right.
I could not unsee it. Bobby Hill.
It's one of those things you can't. I always think it's the dude from Bully, or he kind of looks like Eminem.
I'm actually
yeah, that too.
I've been looking for a couple cards for Badger over the last week. Or even some of the pre-release prices were 99 cents. She doesn't want anything crazy, you know, just her favorite people. So
Right.
but I mean, yeah, they look great. I haven't seen, like I said, I'm kind of, there's always usually in Magic and Pokemon, there's that one card that's worth, you know, 100-ish bucks. I haven't seen one in this set yet, so
There's a couple of slides of this chieftain,
Oh, okay.
just so you know.
so it
Mr.
does have
Rock.
Arcade Gannon. It has Craig Boone right there.
The Gary clone.
Yeah, it's got about anything you can think of from
Gary.
Fallout is in there. So but yeah, most of these cards right here running like 99 cents. Some of them I actually found for 99 cents on the Craig Boone. So as for the whole set, I'm sure I think Kazoo asked. I don't know because I'm guessing the first couple common, like all the commons are pretty cheap. Then when you get up to the rare, I don't know how they're doing it the same as most magics. So and then you gotta look at the foil cards, all that fun shit. But if I do see one, I will let you know. Gary. Yeah, great. Now we started something.
Yeah.
There you go.
Gary, Indiana.
But yeah, I thought this was interesting. And like I said, I can't quite sell magic yet because I don't have my store.
Magic the Slathering.
But they've been trying to give magic away over the last, I'd say, God, I can't remember since we started talking shit about it. This was the one set I actually went and looked, and all my distributors are sold out, believe it or not. So
That's
Wow.
amazing.
I know that's what I thought. I'd hear going like that. So yeah, we can't get them. They've been trying to give out most of the other magic sets. So maybe they actually, of course, the sad thing is that they do this, then they're going to pick another video game, then they're going to pick another video game, then we're going to have all kinds of shit going on. So, but yeah, if anybody wants any of the cards, just shoot me a message. I'll pick them up cheap for you.
And then the Logan Paul editions will be coming out.
Oh, did we add that on here by any chance? Fucking
No,
no,
because I don't give
we
a
can
fuck
talk
about
about it
that
at the
guy.
end. Sports ball.
Yeah.
It's not really sports ball because everybody
it's
in here
sports.
knows. Gary. God damn it. Good job, Badger.
Whoops.
Okay, shit.
Yeah, that's gonna go on all fucking night now.
Damn it, Gary.
I don't know what anyone expected. I mean, this is literally what our community is.
Yeah.
We know the calling. We hear it. We hear it as one, and we unite. Okay, so also, random note. Who is the more cursed of the names? Gary or Jerry?
Oh God.
I have an uncle Jerry, but then you have
Jerry.
Rick and Morty, and then the Jerry character in there is an unemployed dad. Shut up, Jerry.
Damn it, Jerry.
Yeah,
Well,
Jerry for me.
My uncle's name is technically Jerome, but we call him Jerry. Uncle Jerry.
Am I Jerry?
Tom and Jerry, yeah. Geriatric.
Gary is cursed. Thanks, Ezra.
Wow.
Actually, a friend of mine used that as an enemy's name in a game.
Oh,
It was a one shot at the time. And let's just say I made several memes about it because the ending could not have been to a more deserving character.
It's got an ADD moment.
Basically, he decided, oh, I'm in a shit situation. I need to escape. I'm going to throw a flashbang grenade in an enclosed space.
Oh, no.
And it was Magma and I's characters in the game. Magma's character unfortunately got blinded and deafened. My character was only deafened.
What?
So Jerry went to go look out the door, turned around, and I'm still looking at Jerry, and Jerry's like, oh, fuck. And let's just say Jerry got decapitated.
Oh,
wow.
Jerry was a human trafficker, and Jerry got what he fucking deserved.
Oh, my God.
Especially because my character, okay, so Magma's character decided to go through the front door and attack and make his way up the tower the way the game was intended to be. My character decided to hack into the building, rolled a nat 20, flew to the top of the tower, got a nat 20, hacked into the building, shapeshifted back to look like that character, and had Jerry literally just walk me around their building and show me all the stuff. just giving me the full-on tour because he's just too fucking stupid to do anything else. So Jerry is a cursed name.
Okay. Jerry is a cursed name.
Thank you, Chad.
You guys want to see the video really quick here? Because
Sure.
the host can't see it, so I'm gonna play it for them really quick.
Refreshing. Sexy. Bubbly.
Oh,
Jeez.
Soda 6-pack.
I was waiting. You know what? I don't mind it because it sounds like you're completely making a parody of the sex hotline voice.
Yeah, that's exactly what.
Because I
was
feel
telling
like
her.
if you really wanted her to do it, like she could really pull it off. But it
Yeah,
sounds like she just recorded it without trying to be serious about it.
No, I told her to be like very seductress, like, and then at the end, I told her, pretend we're at school and you're pretend to be happy at the ignites, which are our orientations, like you're overly happy. That's how I want Soda's 6-pack. Soda's 6-pack. Like I want it to sound corny like that. So I did that, and then I had Soda do all like the eye blings and the Cabbage Patch because I thought it had nothing to do with anything about his topics, and I thought it'd be just completely funny just to do it like that.
Well, considering I'm not sexy or bubbly, you know, so.
Yeah, that's the funny part.
All right. So
Fuck you, Chieftain.
that
Here. Oh, okay. The ADHD moment is brought to you by Adderall. There we go.
yeah. So I present to you my first ever completed 9mm bullet.
It's called a freedom pellet.
It is
Freedom pellet.
not going to ever be fired because it is not safe to be fired.
Yeah, it looks, no offense, it does look a little off given the light bouncing off it, but no, it's
It looks
really
like
great. That's awesome.
So the problem here, just because this is my hobby, is collecting and manufacturing my own stash, allegedly. The
Hear that,
length
Biden?
is very much not correct. It's
Freedom seed.
total length between the bottom of the shell and the top of the projectile is too long to go into a magazine.
So she's
The crimp is way too high on the projectile. Yeah.
Did you lube it?
Not only that, but the
How's the head?
the projectile spins inside the crimp.
Oh no.
Oh
really?
no,
As soon as I noticed that, I'm like,
that's not a good sign.
I'm like, yeah, no, this will not be fired. I talked to my
That'll be an
buddies.
Easter egg in a Laggin Out game. It's like find Hero's defective freedom seed.
That sounds a little fucked up.
Yeah, and thank you, Ezreal, for chiefing that one. But I like, yeah, the problem I'm having, like I've talked to other guys that
A bottle of cocaine.
that also reload, and he's like, yeah, your first like 20 or so rounds you make are just not going to come out right. You're going to be perfecting it, and I'm like, wow.
Christmas gifts for everybody.
I'm gonna
Just-
feel like
just put
the guy from Lethal
a
Weapon.
A
Is that
pentagram
simple?
on the bottom and call them which is bullets. There you go.
Yeah,
You can actually put someone's name on it. It's like I have a bullet with your name on it, motherfucker. And
Instead
just
of-
send it
We
to
did it with certain military leaders in World War II. We'd say, greetings from like whatever country for a certain pencil
Tojo.
mustache guy.
Right.
Oh.
but
Abrahoff Linkler.
all right. I'd like to say that was, it was great actually getting this one completed, but the rest of them that I attempted to complete, the shell plate kind of sort of crushed the prime
Wow.
as they were going through. I was like, yeah, I need to do some adjusting here.
Yeah, so
I can definitely fulfill that request, Rogue, allegedly.
Oh my God,
Note to
Rogue.
self.
Yeah.
Put strobing lights on it.
I can make that happen too.
Oh no. When are we going to Universal, Penguin? I want to know when's this happening?
If I were to swing by and pick you up, Oni, would you like to, make a flashlight attachment for a certain boomstick, and we can visit to South Florida and do some room clearing?
I mean,
Wow.
sure. I was gonna go visit home soon anyway, so might as well make it a round trip.
Oh Lord.
I'd like to do some room clearing. Hey, Ro, can you send me a DM with your address later?
We got some housewarming gifts. By the way, I am the gift.
Yeah, she's the gift that keeps on giving.
Giving you it.
Oh Lord.
I love it when she says. These nuts. Don't do it again. I'm gonna piss myself.
Do it again.
No.
And then we need some 500 bits for the shots.
Oh yeah. I just realized this is
Penguin asked if you'd sign her boobs, don't he?
This is 80 proof. So.
Whoa.
80 proof?
Yeah.
Sir, I'm surprised.
40% alcohol, 80 proof. Yep.
151 usually is how, well, I guess that depends. Never mind.
Right.
Yeah, we need the yeet cam.
The yeet cam? Yeet?
Cannon to
Yeet?
shoot at your head while we're on.
Bear true.
You just gotta
Wow,
sign my
I'm going
boobs.
back and reading back reading some of that.
Yeah. So I was like, who's she referring to as sign my boobs?
Hey, Coney.
Oh, okay.
No offense, I
Whenever
don't
I'm
touch.
down- oh,
I don't
shit.
touch other people that way.
No. Thank you for the 21 biddies.
Ezreal, that'd be about the only thing that a high point would be worth. One shot and then not being functional ever again.
The
That's
human
funny.
or the firearm?
Well, see, I'm making a joke at the expense of High Point. It's a very cheaply manufactured brand of firearm. I mean, they work, but their teardown to clean is fucking not worth it, and their quality they feel like plastic toys.
Look, I would sometimes be considered a bit frugal at times.
Cheap.
No, cheap and firearm should
I'm
not
cheap.
be used in the same sentence unless
Oh, okay.
not or bad are somewhere in that. Because the last thing I want to hear as I'm wielding something is, oh yeah, it's really cheap. As the projectile explodes next to my fucking face. I understand, not much to work with. I'm trying not to make that worse, by the way. And I hate the feeling of cheap things, okay? I have felt that this is why I'm biased against AR-15. The first one I ever was allowed to hold, I could hear it ricket, like
Oh no.
I could hear it kind of, like the pieces didn't quite fit together right. And they acted like they were proud of it still. And I'm like, that's a lot of money to spend on something that feels like it's still held together by duct tape and prayer.
Wow.
So
for the
but-
record, hashtag not all.
Y'all are so
exactly. I
American.
know it's not all, but when your first experience is that, really hard to let it go. Especially because I shot the M16, not the M4. So
I shot the sheriff, but I didn't kill a deputy.
okay. So it's not
And
okay.
So yeah, AR-15 is just a model, not a brand.
I'm aware. I don't remember the brand, but it's the fact that
There's plenty I can think of that would fit that description, by the way.
I'm aware. I just was saying that that was my first introduction to the AR-15, and thus I wasn't impressed.
Gotcha.
That's all I was saying.
I'm looking for the comment
So,
where Jamie said that Blacklight Oni is gorgeous and she should model.
now you're fine.
I can't find where she said it. It was really nice. Like, I'm looking for it. Oh, Oni should model. Here it is. It's on. I found it. So she said this 5 days ago, and this is like, I said balls. You said balls. It's like, it says Oni should model, and that was from Princess Jamie.
Oh, thank you.
She thinks you're like so nice in the bee's knees and everything. So she always comments on your stuff. It's the nicest
Oh,
thing.
she's always nice too. It's good to see that she's kind of coming back and able to get more comfortable again.
I can understand, by the way, your entire gripe against cheap shit, really. Yeah, High Point, like, my cousin has a High Point 9mm. It does fire nicely. It's very light. Its breakdown for cleaning was a nightmare. In fact, the first time I took it apart, I actually had to YouTube how to take it apart because none of the breakdown mechanism was making sense as I was trying to take it apart. And I got it halfway apart, and a freaking spring just shot off out into oblivion somewhere. And I was like, oh shit.
Whoops.
My cousin's like, what the fuck was that?
This is why we do so well in Rumble, because Rumble is pretty pro gun, and when we talk about this, like, oh, we got like 1,000 views. Yeah, because we're talking about guns for 20 minutes.
but we did find the spring, and I did end up putting it back together correctly. It's just
oh man, that's scary.
That was like, but that was my first experience with a High Point, by the way, actually handling one to that degree. It felt like a Nerf gun though.
Really?
It felt like a Nerf gun, just the way it cycled and everything. It just felt like really cheap plastic. It didn't feel like I was handling a real firearm. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, adventures in reloading. And
that's what she said.
Yeah. Again, first time, not bad. I still getting the kinks out because
wait 20 minutes and you're fine.
I just gotta, I don't know, find the way to properly adjust this reloading press, because it's socketing the primer in crooked and not lining up properly with all the pass-throughs, so it's crushing primers on the way through. And primers,
oh geez.
Oh wow.
Yeah, primers aren't cheap, and
no.
Well, I mean, they're cheap, but
after a while though, I mean,
yeah, it does add up. And I mean, I haven't set one off by mistake yet, which a lot of people are like, oh, you're gonna blow something up. I'm like, yeah, it's small yield explosive. It sounds like a freaking snap cap, you know, those old little, that the fireworks that usually have little pop snap things that you throw at the ground and they make a popping sound. That's what they sound like.
Yeah.
Go off.
Oh, okay.
And it's called Snapdragons,
Snaps.
Chinese fireworks.
Yeah. But I gotta get it.
Like,
I just gotta get it cycled properly, and it's a process. It's a learning process. Like I said, my buddy said it was gonna be like 20 of them before I start getting them.
Thank you for the tips,
right.
Penguin. Biddies.
Anyways, oh yeah, Ripaverse. So
Ripaverse, Yara, we're following them, by the way.
Yep, Yara is going to pre-order campaign drop on Monday.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
I am also a cameo in this issue.
Super soda.
Yep.
That'd be awesome.
Sugar-free soda.
She kicks the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I mean, the first time you see her, she kicks the shit out of the main character. So it'd be about par for the course.
Wow.
Like, straight up, that's the first time you see her. She freaking bodies the main character. I saw him. But
is that a hate crime?
Whoa.
Well, she was also fighting Alpha Core, which was the first time you see Alpha Core.
Oh, okay.
Looks like she
But,
has 3 tits. Oh yeah, kind of did.
Does?
It's the line. It's the center line,
And
the way on
line
her
quality?
costume.
Oh,
It's not line quality. It's just the design of her
costume.
outfit.
I didn't even see that.
Which
I
is a
didn't at
mono boob
first.
if you look at it. Oh my gosh.
It's a what?
Nothing.
It looks good. I like the color
Yeah, it
scheme.
does look good. I think that does look
The
good.
classic like Batman colors there. Maybe it's a callback.
Fucking Batman.
Would have to ask him.
Same here.
Um.
We'll have him on again someday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
But
he said he wants to come back.
I
So it's like we're going to be doing this again. He said.
I am actually really excited for this. I thought that it was going to be another one was going to be a different title was going to be the next one. But apparently not. You know what, Oni? You should probably voice those questions because this
Exactly.
proper discussion. Like I think I don't have the answers, but I have a thought as to why that is.
Well, I just don't want to seem like I'm trying to break anyone's hearts or anything. I'm confused by a few things. I've seen a few ads for Yaira, but her art and designs seem very inconsistent, and it's not the first time I've seen such a thing. Sometimes people use concept art for advertising as well as finalized art.
Mhm.
There was promotional art posted on the YouTube channel or on the YouTube community page where she's in a business suit or a dress suit. And it's definitely a bit more on the tasteful centerfold side,
Huh.
but it's the proportions kind of seem a little off. And I'm not just saying because they really made her tits look gigantic.
Mm.
But just you
Boobies.
look at the line of her body and it seems a little long. And I have a long torso, so I'm saying that as one of the members of the tribe. Okay. Her hair is sometimes shown as very voluminous. This art, it's parted down the center and is very long and fine. So I'm not sure why that might be. Again, not the first time I've seen concept art or non-finalized art used. I mean, Baldur's Gate still does it,
Yeah.
but it does, it gets to me only because it's an inconsistency through the advertising and through media. And to me, although I absolutely love seeing concept art, if it's not the official finalized art, save that for an art book. Save that for like behind the scenes posts. Don't put that in with your official finalized art because that's what people are going to be expecting. So to me, it doesn't quite make sense. But again, like this is probably the comic most folks have been waiting for because she's probably the character that's been shown the least but teased the most.
Teasing.
Also, looking up the translation of her name, images of her do make a lot of sense.
To propose some answers, I think that you might be spot on with the concept art thought process, but I also have a secondary, not really, I also have a theory that, and you know me, I'm a lore guy, so
No,
I'm gonna
Not you.
run down
Not-
this theory hole.
the canon.
My theory is
In
that
that vein.
we are following Yaira at different points in her life at different ages, like vastly different ages, which you can see here. They're just right here on this page. There's 2 different art styles for Yaira.
But that's the thing, I can't even tell. And with all due respect, wait.
I feel like the image of Yaira on the left in her super costume is a much younger version of Yaira.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Then why is her hair so different? I mean, yeah, you could say that's just styling, but
Sure, you
now
can
this
say
is
that, but I
this
don't
is
feel
coming
like
from
that's
someone who
why.
sometimes has trouble with faces. Um, it's difficult for me to see familial relationships between people. Um, it doesn't look like the same person at all. Like the eye color doesn't look the same. It's hard for me to see what the similarities are supposed to be besides being blonde. Like that's not really much to go off of. But typically you'd have a little bit more going on. And don't get me wrong, I understand the whole lore thing, but the art style itself changes too. That
Mhm.
is hard to that's harder to pinpoint in my opinion. Why is the art style swinging so far in different
And
directions? And again, could be, the mix of concept art or whatnot, but I'm
and
all about the
another
consistency of the product and marketing has to be precise. And it doesn't really make sense to me. That's all I wanted to say.
well, and that's fine. I
It's a fair
also
assessment, I think.
I'm also gonna throw out there that
I have to
you
ask him.
have two people.
What's that, Soda?
So we'll have to ask him if it comes out that way anyway.
Yeah, that too. You have two people working this particular character, the twins, the Saska sisters. So it could be their two different styles as well. And again, you've got one character, I get that, and she looks vastly different in each portrayal of her. And if they've got multiple artists working on her as a character, that would make sense. And that also could be a potential oversight in this case that hasn't been caught yet, which doesn't strike me as a correct interpretation of the situation because one of the things that Eric has mentioned is that
That's another Yara. She looks like a different.
another completely different
That's
individual.
that's the art I was talking about that was shared on their community tab.
Yeah,
Huh.
I just saw it on Twitter here.
Yeah.
I
But
was looking
She
for it as
lost
you
some
guys were
weight?
speaking.
Or gained weight? Did she lose weight or gain weight?
again, you've got multiple different versions of Yaira running around here. And now that's three different, well, technically four different art styles for her character that I have seen that really portray her different. And it to me, it strikes me as intentional because with one of the things that Eric said in his delivery of, well, in his opening of the Rippaverse was consistency, character bibles, and good product, good story. So if one of his highlights that he brings out is consistency and following character bibles, this is intentional. Whatever is the explanation for it, it's intentional, at least in my opinion. And I'll probably stick to that thought process until he explains otherwise.
That makes sense. I wouldn't push too hard on it. My professional opinion, because they're indies and yeah, they're sisters and they might have two different drawing styles, but I kind of push back on the argument. Yeah, so a feature film, they have to draw the same person. Let's just say we were just talking about Stitch to Stitch. You have 30 different animators drawing Stitch for this animated feature. The styles should not be the same. They should be exact. They shouldn't be different. They should all be the same. So with that being said, we're dealing with an indie production. They're new. They're green a little bit. Let's call a spade a spade. I believe as they get better that the characters will tighten up and be more consistent between artists. So I'm kind of giving them a pass on this. I'm not going to be overly critical of an indie studio as I would be with a $1 billion studio. Does that make sense to everybody? We know it's the same character.
Yeah.
She's got basically the same look. It's like, to me, I'd say it's close enough. There's no such thing as perfect, as we all know. There's no such thing as perfect, but you can always strive to get better. Art is never completed. It's always abandoned. That's what we're always taught as artists. Because you can go back into art that was 50 years old and you keep on working on it. It's a never-ending evolution of the character. Now, if you have the setup of the character, like the height, weight, and just have, you said production Bible, I say production sheet for each character, then I would say yes. So I don't know if their background, if they have a background from a regular art degree or they're self-taught. I don't know much about the Soska sisters as much as you guys do.
I think they are writers because they are
okay
known as the horror sisters. They
right.
are producer. They come from the film industry as producers for horror films. I think they're the writers.
Then they're hiring artists to do it. Then they need an art director to get and to lock down their images. That way, like we saw 3 different examples. Oni and I agree with this. Like they look completely different. We know what's similar with them. They got blonde. They have blonde hair, blue eyes, and they're easy on the eyes, right? So, but you don't want to. You want to get it close enough. And I think we're being a little bit nitpicky, but we're doing it in a constructive way where it's like, hey, this looks like a little different. I wonder if they're going to do this. And we did it. I think we achieved that perfectly with this discussion. I don't think we really like we're being really critical. We're kind of cheering for them. Like if we could do it like this, it'd be better. But it's just a natural evolution of the character, and I'm sure they'll lock it down. And make it sense for us. That's really it.
Mm-hmm.
Soda.
I agree with everything everybody said. We'll have to kind of wait and check on this one, I think.
Yeah, I think it's going to get better because knowing how Eric July is, he's very creatively sound, and I have the utmost confidence in him rather than Marvel and DC. So
I wonder why.
So it's like back.
I just appreciate good work. I don't have to be a fan of Eric July's stuff. I could be a fan of his work ethic and the concept and the story and stuff like that. Like I think a lot of his stuff is really good. So I really don't have a lot of things to critique about. So I have no room to speak.
He's making millions. We know.
Yeah. Where'd my mouse go?
So I'm sure when it comes out, it'll be fine. Let's hope it doesn't sound like something he would do, or
that's all. It's okay.
I'll call him up on. Hey Siri.
Yeah, just have his
call
people talk to our people. Have your people call my people. I will get something going. You're watching Lagging Out Live. I'm Chief, and to my right is Blacklight Oni. On the bottom row there is Euro and Soda.
What's up?
And welcome to people on Kick, Rumble, Twitch,
YouTube,
and YouTube. If they haven't blocked it yet. So
no, it's still going into.
Okay. All right, we're going to talk about tonal quality and using proper text.
Mm-hmm.
So that way we can read it. So I'm just kidding. I can read it just fine. I'm just joking. Sweet Baby Ink detected incurs outrage. No, I can read it. I'm just giving her shit.
Yeah. So
Sweet Baby come. I mean,
Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue.
The takeaway that we get is not quite in line with the intent, but I can work with this.
I can do this. I'm able to do it. I would be doing it. It'd be great. It'd be fantastic.
All right. So I've been kind of sort of running away with the show today.
No, you're fine. I'm kind of tired. So.
All right. Well, I believe this is our last, if not close to our last topic. So that works, right?
Yeah.
We got it timed properly. Awesome. All right. For starters, I'm gonna give a quick intro. We're gonna cut away to the short clip that I got, and this is a heavy topic, guys.
Yeah.
It's been all over the news space for like 2.5, 3 weeks now. I thought it was dead 2 weeks ago, the last time we mentioned them, along with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. By the way, they're averaging about 250 daily users on that live service game.
Wow.
Hey, Soda, are you still holding out hope that it might be good?
No.
All right. Sorry. I'm not trying to laugh at your expense, sir. I was hoping that you would be laughing with me.
I was more hopeful because it has Harley Quinn in it.
Not a good version of her, let me tell you. But that aside,
F for soda.
Yeah, I'll give myself an F on that one. There we go.
okay, Gazoo. Yeah, like Oni said, buckle up. It's a bumpy ride. All right. So, about a month ago, give or take a couple of weeks, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League dropped with a resounding thud. It was a live service game that didn't live on day one. And then when it did, it auto completed the campaign for you. Bugs, so many bugs. And then people started calling out the story and the mistreatment of the Arkham Knight Batman in the story, because allegedly, or not even allegedly, it was advertised by the game devs as the last voicing lines of that particular Batman voice actor. Somebody give me
Kevin Costner.
Yes. And everybody was like, really? You're gonna disrespect the Batman the last time he's voiced? Especially the Arkham Knight Batman, or the Arkham canon of Batman, which was a very good set of games, unlike this fucking abortion.
Whoa.
It then came out as to who wrote the script, which happened to be Sweet Baby Inc.
Really?
Wow.
I'd have known that.
Yeah. Sweet Baby Inc., by the way,
Sweet Baby Jesus,
has had hands in not just Suicide Squad, Alan Wake 2, the latest version of Saints Row. They were behind the diversity efforts and decisions of God of War Ragnarok. They were part of some decisions in Starfield. They were involved in the Miles Morales quest line of Spider-Man 2, which explains a lot. They have had hands in Ubisoft, Valve. And who are they exactly? We showcased who these people were probably about a month ago when they first came up.
They are Mojo, yes.
They are effectively sensitivity readers, or cultural consultants. Their homepage mentions that their mission statement is all about that diversity, inclusion, and equity, spelled originally DIE, now renamed to DEI because they realized their Freudian slip. And all around, they just are terrible people, in my opinion. I'm going to go ahead and
call them
garbage human. I would. I'm going to go ahead and cue the clip because I've introduced this company well enough.
We don't have the clip.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
It's at the top of the Zoom chat.
No, it's not.
It is. Right.
It's not on top of the Zoom chat.
It is.
I don't see it.
Scroll to the very top. It's the second link.
Oh, it's the
up
very
there.
top.
Yeah, the
Okay.
top. Mommy's always on top.
Oh, Mama K.
Hey, attention everyone.
Okay,
Is that
thank you
it?
for that. That is not it. That is an ad.
An advertisement.
That
Is
is
that it?
not the right one.
That's the top.
sir.
That's
That is
the
the
top.
second from
You
the
said
top.
the very, very top.
I said
That's
it's the
very,
second
very
link.
top.
I said the second link, you goober.
You said at the very top. You said
Oh.
very top.
That is in the direction to
If you're a
scroll
creative
to.
working in AAA, which I did for many, many years,
This
put
one.
this stuff up to your
Yeah.
higher-ups. And if they don't see the value in what you're asking for, when you ask
Smacker.
for consultants, when you ask for research, go have a coffee with your marketing team and just terrify them with the possibility of what's going to happen if they don't give you what you want. If you're a creative working in AAA, which I
Wow.
did for many, many
Yeah.
years,
So just basically threaten them.
Mhm.
Yes.
So
Threaten
that's
your
that's what today's
bosses
society
with
is about.
social media dogpiling if
Yep.
they don't give you these sensitivity consultants.
And
That
that's
is
the
what
game developers conference. I've been to those.
That is the CEO of Sweet Baby Inc.
Yep.
Okay.
The
I guess not everybody heard that.
Yeah, we're gonna turn it up a little bit, apparently.
I got to turn it up. All right,
Yeah.
hold on.
Turn it on, turn
Turn it up.
if you're a creative working in AAA, which I did for many, many years, put this stuff up to your higher-ups. And if they don't see the value in what you're asking for when you ask for consultants, when you ask for research, go have a coffee with your marketing team and just terrify them with the possibility of what's going to happen if they don't give you what you want. If you're
Can you
a creative
hear
working
it
in
now?
AAA, which
I hope they could.
I can't get any louder than that. So if they can't, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well,
That's the best I can do. That my volume is pinned.
there, I'm dropping the clip in the chat for you guys if you need to hear it again.
Yeah.
But basically what she said is if you are working in game development, you need to go to your bosses, your higher ups, and say, we need to bring in these consultants. And if they don't see the value in what you're asking for, go to your marketing team, have a coffee with them, and then tell them, scare them, terrify them with what might happen if they don't give you what you want. Your marketing team, the people who are going to be out on social media, out there advertising, all of that shit for you, terrify them that they're going to get dogpiled by a bunch of Twitter bots and weirdos if you don't give them the diversity and inclusion that they demand. So,
Yeah, because you're right.
yes, exactly, guys.
And this is why we don't get to see some of the shit in our games that we like to see. Because this one fucking person.
No, it's not this one fucking person.
Well, you know what I mean.
Excuse me. So,
people like this person.
To add to this particular story, that all came out a couple of weeks ago. About a week ago now, a Brazilian Steam user, a Brazilian gamer, decided to create a Steam curated group called Sweet Baby Inc. Detected. What did he do? He went to their website and then added onto the list of games that he had. These games have been created or have had influence by Sweet Baby Inc. I do not recommend these games. And he created a list, put it out on this curator group, and then out of nowhere, a developer from Sweet Baby Inc. found it and then proceeded to try and cancel them by saying, report the F, just like that, because apparently profanity is forbidden for people on Twitter. He said, report the F out of this group because it violates Steam's terms of service.
Oh, God.
Which, by the way, it did not. All it was doing was basically telling you the ingredients of a game, just like food. Don't you want to know what you're putting in your body? Or do you want to die from plastics?
Plastics.
And poison.
Hot dogs and macaroni and cheese. What's in the cheese? Plastic.
Ketchup.
Only if you use Kraft cheese. Anyways.
Satan sauce. Ketchup.
And this person, by the way, I found out was related to
You?
Gamergate. Freaking 10, 15 years ago, was involved in the Gamergate crisis. And then found out that even later that there was another person that said, "Oh, by the way, my coworker is getting harassed by these people because he's reporting this harassment campaign against Sweet Baby Inc." The user went by the name of Felix something or other.
Feels good.
Felix is here or something like that. Apparently, Felix is here is a female game developer that was communicating with Anita Sarkeesian once upon a time.
Oh wow.
Or no, it wasn't Anita Sarkeesian. It was that journalist that started Gamergate. I can't remember her name, but they were involved in doxing and taking down websites of small businesses because they were not giving them what they wanted, not giving them review copies of games and shit. They were DDoSing people. Yeah, that particular Felix. Also come to find out that particular Felix was the one that was sleeping with the journalist that got called out for sleeping with people and getting favors for review copies and early reviews.
Sweet.
Hey, I'm just saying, biasing the journalist game to get ahead. Okay. But
that's how the system works now.
I guess, you know. So all of these people that are working for this company were somehow related to or tied to Gamergate once upon a time. The controversy. Honestly, the non-controversy. Yeah, just
your ownness.
This whole shit amazes me. They're out there now, and now Kotaku is defending Sweet Baby Inc. as well, while we're on top of it.
Of course they are.
You know, they're saying that Baby Inc. doesn't do what you think it does. It doesn't actually force diversity, equity, and inclusion into your games like you think it does. Really? That's what it says on their mission statement, bitch.
This totally destroys their reputation.
It
like
does.
Time after time after time. Like no one takes them seriously anymore.
At this point in time, Sweet Baby Inc. is now officially persona non grata. This group went from 9,000 members to over 200,000 in less than a week of that developer from Sweet Baby Inc. trying to report the fuck out of the group. And then to make matters worse, he put out there, found the creator's freaking Twitter handle and put it out there publicly and said, "Hey, by the way, why don't you go ahead and report this user on Steam since he loves his Steam account so much? By the way, this person has been a gamer for a decade or more and has fucking thousands of games in his profile. So you're trying to tell me what you are doing is you are trying to get his Steam account banned so that he loses out on all those games that he purchased, so he no longer has access to them." That
Sounds
is
like a good lawsuit on his end.
That is financial drudgery right there.
That's happening to a certain former president.
Just saying. Tragically, do
you see the play? Do you see the play card here, though, guys? Like, all right, we don't like what you have to say, so we're gonna bankrupt you.
Yeah.
This is the reoccurring theme, whether you're a billionaire or you're a guy who doesn't agree with someone else's the way they do that. If they don't like you, dude, this is what they're going to do. They're going to find out a way. They're going to accuse you of something, or they're going to take you to court, and you're going to go to a not a criminal court, mind you, but not an appellate court, but a court where you don't have to find a lot of burden of proof. So if you're found liable, you have to be you become financially destitute from paying all these things, because no person in their right mind would be able to afford lawyering up like this. This is the new tactic now, guys. Whether it doesn't matter whether you're a president or you're a person making minimum wage. If you have an opinion that doesn't fall in the line of a certain group of people, that's it. You are a pariah. They tried doing that to us 2 years ago. Does it sound familiar, guys? They we got mass reported on Twitch. It did nothing because Twitch didn't find any violations. They're like, "What are you doing? These guys aren't doing anything wrong. They weren't body shaming you, stupid cunt."
And they weren't calling you a stupid
bitch from
cunt.
England. I know you are. We weren't body shaming you. I can, but I won't because that's not what we do here. We criticize, we give constructive criticism, and maybe we throw some dick jokes.
No.
So Kadoku and this sweet baby Jesus Christ, this horrible company should all go step on a fucking Lego and die.
Whoa.
That's it. Like, people like this don't deserve to be in this industry because you can't have a difference of opinion. God forbid you have a difference of opinion in the 21st century.
It's not America. What do you think it is?
Welcome to the CCP, folks. Now, you don't have to go to me, Hero, because I already said my 2 cents.
and it's fine.
So, Blacklight Oni or Soda.
I think
Soda's been going last the whole time, and I feel bad.
Yeah,
so.
I feel like I've probably hit all the high points of this topic. There was a bunch of stuff that I thought of earlier.
Yeah, you got all the low-hanging fruit for everybody. Fuck you, Hero.
I found a couple other things I wanted to like cover to add more context, to give more name to this, but I think I've probably said enough. There's a bunch of shit out there that's just got me shaking my head.
There's so much.
Actually, you know something else that actually fucking pisses me off about this?
What's that?
What
Hero?
is it?
You haven't gone on long enough on this topic, so please keep going, Hero.
It's related. It's not the same topic, but it's related, I promise. The fucking
I'm kidding.
jackass,
Go ahead, bro. You're good.
The fucking jackass that first started reporting the Sweet Baby Inc. Detected group also had the fucking audacity to talk shit about Akira Toriyama the day after it was reported he died.
Oh,
that's fucked up.
Wow.
On Twitter. He had the fucking audacity. He came out of fucking protected mode just to talk shit about Akira Toriyama the day after it was reported that he died. And then guess what?
Nothing's off the table anymore.
He got fucking banned and then hours later came back and went back to protected mode.
Wow.
This is the society we live in. Like there is no decorum anymore. Like I think Oni's like biting at the bit to bites to say something here.
Yeah.
No, Soda can go first.
No, I want to hear what you have to say. Actually.
Either way, I want to hear what you both have to say.
I want to hear what
this
you have to say too, Oni. Go ape shit. Go fucking crazy. I can't wait to hear this.
Bankrupting people is not a new technique. That is
No.
such an old technique because they get to live yet wallow in shame that is not necessarily theirs, that has been given to them by society. That is not a new technique. I must disagree with you strongly on that one. The joy about bankrupting somebody is the fact that they get to live and they get to continue living and struggling the entire time while no one believes them and no one gives them a hand up. Whereas death would be too quick and simple. This time you get to drag it out and you get to enjoy that time as you watch them. Not saying it's right, but I'm saying that's what happens. And essentially they get to live as an example why you don't mess with the group.
They're Brazilians, by the way. And the Brazilians were the ones that came out and ratioed the fuck out of all of them.
Meanwhile, they suck at video games. So.
Meanwhile, it's white males hate us. Why are they harassing us? Bitch, don't you see them speaking Spanish to you and making fun of you? It's not white American males coming after you. It's the Brazilians you pissed off.
They don't speak Spanish.
Portuguese.
Racist.
They speak Portuguese in Brazil.
That's right. Doesn't matter. The point still
That fucking does, because Portugal was not the same as Spain.
I get it. It doesn't matter because the point stands. These people are coming at you in a foreign language and you're complaining about white males coming at you and harassing you. The fuck out of here with that shit. I don't care.
Get shit on! Get shit on! Get shit on! Your ass!
Your ass.
Your ass! Shut the fuck up! 1v1 me, you pussy!
Good Lord.
No, you
Anyways,
weren't
I'm
yelling
sorry.
at Oni like that. You were yelling at the people at that, right? Just to
Yes, I was yelling at these idiots that had the audacity to say that there is a harassment campaign against Sweet Baby Inc. No, you've got Brazilians on your ass and they're passionate.
Yes. About volleyball too, and soccer.
Oh, that too.
And it's Portuguese.
Thank you for the correction, regardless.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I was getting heated, and I should have.
No,
you're getting heated. You're not even the one drinking. Just so everybody knows, Hero is an angry drunk.
Hardly.
Uh-oh. If you guys don't believe me, watch any of the Metroid miniseries. Like he's like, let's see, let's moving on from Metroid Prime and go.
I wasn't sure if it was you or Soda that was. No, that's correct, Oni. They won't listen to him. They don't like him. They hate him.
Yeah.
In fact, they've officially, I think, pulled his license in Canada to practice, which I don't think.
Really?
Wow. Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they wanted him to go to some stupid sensitivity class, forum on the internet, and speak.
Oh my God.
We're trying to compel him to apologize for his behavior online, and he was like, "No. This is outside the bounds of your jurisdiction. What are you doing?" And the Canadian courts upheld it.
Of course,
yeah, because they're the Canadian courts.
They won't even give parenting or parents parenting rights now. So I mean,
apparently, children are property of the state now in Canada.
Yeah, it sounds like Soviet Russia almost. Imagine that.
Funny how that works. Anyway,
yeah.
Was it Oni or Soda that was talking about this? I'm sorry.
Oni.
I mean, we've already moved on. It's fine.
Have we? Because I was preventing pretty hard about that one.
One thing I want to say is people like to, I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of us in mine and Cheats age range. We grew up to stay the fuck out of people's business. But nowadays, nobody can stay out of anybody's business. And it's just like, why? What the fuck is the point? Like, it just makes me angry. Like, we want to do what we want to do. It goes back to almost even the very first Bungie game where they're like, "You're gonna play the way we tell you to." Why the fuck? No, not Halo. What's the other one you guys play? Destiny.
Oh yeah.
With the loot cave, we're taking your loot cave away because we don't want you to have any fun. Yeah,
right.
It's like everybody's telling everybody what the fuck to do, and it's like, oh, you can't have that in there because you're gonna get, lit up on Twitter. Fucking who cares? That's my point. Who cares? Like, fuck. So
the problem is we live in a country that people actually think their opinions matter, and they don't like being told your opinion doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, but some of these people are getting too much power. Like,
for no reason. Oh, I have 2 million followers. Really? How much does that include?
I mean,
she should paid.
She should be happy that she got to work on some games, and then she's going to try to be like, well, you've got to do this. Go to your bosses and do this. Go to your marketing team and tell them they're fucked. And be like, I would tell you to fuck off, and
you're fired.
Yeah.
No, so you don't get your way. So I'm gonna manipulate the company.
God, I watched that with the Hero just showed. I was just like, you be fucking kidding me. And it's all over, like anywhere on YouTube if you watch YouTube at all.
And
it's all over.
She's gonna, and so she's gonna lay down the black card too.
Of course she is.
This is a colonizer, and you don't want to see me because I'm a woman and I'm black. That's what that's what it comes down to. At the very crux of it, you can't push back if you're if you're melanated differently than her, or you're a different gender than her, because that's what people like that do when they can't argue intelligently.
Well, of
To
course.
Like
add
any
to
people, any
that,
person, doesn't
in
matter
that-
who they are.
That video
Like, it
that
just
that clip
drops
came
back to the
from,
lowest common denominator.
that clip that clip came from a video at a conference. You were right, Chieftain. In that same conference recording, she talks about her experience, her very first experience in creating a black character. And she talks about the Mass Effect games and talks about the interaction between her character and Jacob. And she was like, "Isn't this cool?" And everybody there was like, "You can create whatever character you want.
Right?
No one cares. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like, in the grand scheme of things, you're playing a game the way you want to play them. But now you're taking that and you're forcing it into everybody's life at the expense of good story."
Yeah.
In the problem that I have with what Sweet Baby Inc. is doing, it revolves around the concept of just tell me a good story. I don't want a character whose only shtick is the color of their skin,
Right.
where they
Right.
stick their privates at the end of the day. Give a shit about those aspects of the character. Those aspects of a character are meant to augment a story you are telling, not meant to be the story you are telling.
Right. Not to distract you from the story, I would
Right.
say. But yeah.
That is the crux of the problem. And at this point, I have said way too much. Oni, I really want to hear what you have to say about it.
I already said stuff.
So yeah.
Did you say everything you wanted, though?
We were kind of beat the dead horse.
Poor horsey. Was it the
Four
one last
horsemen.
week you couldn't run properly?
The Four Horsemen. Yeah, the horrible horse that we saw last week.
Oh God.
A horse was a horse, of course.
And
You're going
again,
way
nobody
back on
talks
that
to
one.
I'm
and nobody-
sorry. I got really, really freaking passionate about that. It just
And nobody talks to a horse, of course, unless the horse, of course, is the famous Mr. Ed.
Mr. Ed.
Nickelodeon.
Anyways, we had quite a few C's and quite a few B's in this one.
Sounds like my first grades in freshman year of college.
Probably.
What is the highest level player a player can reach in Pac-Man? Fuck you, Soda. A, 64. B, Aaron Judge, aka 99. Knew it'd be the MVP this year. Or C, 256. Now, through my brilliant way of deducting things, 64 and 256 I know are multiples in computers. So it makes me think, could it be B, 99? And Soda was trying to trick us. We will find out in just a moment.
Now, I would like to say that would not be a very good trick.
Unless
And
it was
Soda would probably not catch on to that one as quickly.
unless it was specifically, that 99 and
There is a method behind the madness.
zeros and ones, baby.
Zeros and ones. So the answer is
0.
It was all ones. Yep, I was right.
256.
All ones.
256 levels in Pac-Man?
And actually, that number in binary is exactly 8 ones.
Is it really?
Yes.
It's so wrong.
256.
156. Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of levels.
It is.
And it makes sense because you're talking about an arcade cabinet from 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Or is it
Maybe longer?
closer to 50?
I think
An
it's
arcade
closer.
cabinet from that
How
long ago?
old is Pac-Man arcade game?
I want to say
1980?
Oh, 80? Oh, yeah, you.
Called Puckman in Japan.
Oh, yeah, fuck, man. Yeah. Wait, that was another trivia question.
Yeah.
44 years.
Based, because the creator said he actually created from a slice of pizza in Japan. That's why. That's actually true. I already knew that. Namco Tori. I'm gonna fuck up this name. Uawanti. Iwanti. Uatani. Let's see
Donovan?
here.
He's a basketball player.
December 1980. Began development in 79.
8 more quarters
14
than
billion in
a
revenue as of
$2
2016.
hooker.
I remember like teaching this, and he said he came up with it because he noticed women ate a lot.
What the
So he called it. It was actually going to be a female character, but change it to a male character. I don't know how he's like. Oh, I noticed that women. I go, you're in Japan. I know women don't eat a lot there. It's like everyone. There's not a lot of guys or women there that are really out of shape unless you're some sort of athlete of some sort that requires you to put on a lot of weight.
Sumo.
Yeah, but of course I'm overgeneralizing. I'm sure everyone comes in all different shapes and sizes, but it was such a weird comment that I saw on him, and it was just like, that's got to be the dumbest concept for a game. It's like, I noticed this certain gender eats a lot, so I made a game, but I switched it to a guy. What?
I mean, it's iconic. So, I mean, they do have Miss Pac-Man and Pac-Man Jr. and I mean,
Yeah,
the
Miss
cartoon
Pac-Man is actually more popular than Pac-Man was.
I watched Pac-Man and cartoon when I was probably in the early 80s. Yeah.
I remember that. I remember the Pac-Man show on Saturday mornings. Yeah.
And they had the Pac-Man game or pinball machine.
The baby Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
They
old.
rode that gravy train. We thought it was like, man, you're killing something. You made 3 games on this, and then meanwhile we have like 50 Halos. I mean, 50 Call of Duties and shit like that, and a ton of Madden games and 2K games. You're like,
look at the Discord in the marketing chat. Actually gave us some context. The Twitter that is posting these things that he shared is the creator of the Sweet Baby Inc. Detected group.
That's Ezreal.
Yes. Well, the
Please,
guy.
everyone, give me some more of your energy. Anything you can spare. Oh my god, that's funny.
You got to share that on the stream, please. The first one and the second one he posted.
No. Wait, hold on. Open a browser. It is with great pride that I say, based Valve. Thank you, Valve Software, for respecting our players' freedom of choice, and also thank you, Lord Gabe, for building such an amazing platform for us. We are here to stay, and this is a clip of basically Steam saying, yeah, all these people mass reporting you, don't worry about them. We got them. We got you. And then the second one. Yeah, hold on.
It's relevant because that's Dragon Ball Z, and Akira Toriyama was the creator of Dragon Ball.
There you go.
And one of the Sweet Baby Inc. guys was trying to talk shit about the creator of Dragon Ball.
Of course.
And Dragon Ball fans will understand this.
Sweet Baby Inc. Detected.
Gamers unite.
Yay.
Brazil, and then everybody in the world.
It's funny. Okay. There we go. I think that's it.
I believe so, sir.
Alrighty. On behalf of Soda, Black Light Oni. Hero. Psych. I'm Chieftain. We're lagging out live.
Yes.
And we're signing off and lagging out. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.
No.
Oh, Gazoo wants you to take another shot.
Salute.
Oh, no.